Today, voters will head to the polls for the first time since Roe v. Wade was overturned. And here to tell us what to expect, ABC News Political Director Rick Klein with Rick's Picks. All right, Rick, let's start with abortion, shall we? It is on the ballot today, even in blue states. Let's break it all down.
Yeah, Kira, it's the first time we see voters voting since Roe v. Wade. And the states that I have an eye on today are blue-ish states that nonetheless have very competitive Republican primaries and a lot of Republican hopes. Take a look at a place like Colorado, Illinois, even blue New York. These are places that in the past have elected Republican governors, and now the stakes may be higher than ever because they are places that all right now have protections for abortion rights. That could change depending on if the Republicans win, and that could depend a lot on what kind of candidates they nominate today. I mean, even in a state like New York, this is the map of the 2020 presidential election results, the re-elect for Trump. You can see big swaths of red across New York State. Of course, the population centers like New York City, downstate, Buffalo, upstate. But you see a lot of Trump red. That's what gives Republicans their Congressman Lee Zeldin represents this eastern part of Long Island. He is the leading Republican candidate. He's expected to beat Rudy Giuliani's son, Andrew Giuliani. But both of those candidates, all of those Republicans, say they would roll back protections for abortion rights.
So is it too early to predict rather, how the Supreme Court decision will play out in November?
Yeah, the short answer is yes. I think it's going to be different in different places because you've got states like New York and Colorado, frankly, that have a lot of geographic diversity. You can see here you've got big swaths of red in the outer parts of the state, bluer parts of the center. It is going to be different district by district, and the state of the law, of course, is different in different places as well.
All right, let's move on to Colorado. Interesting strategy from Dems when it comes to who they're running against. So what's going on there?
Yeah, this is a tried-and-true strategy, but it might be riskier than ever. We have Democrats spending very heavily to choose their own opponent in this race. They are spending millions of dollars to attack one Senate candidate and one gubernatorial candidate as, quote, too conservative for Colorado. Now, that's an attack only in a very, very ephemeral way, because everyone involved knows that calling someone too conservative is a good thing in a Republican primary. Again, look at all that red in a state like Colorado. What they're doing there is trying to select the person that they perceive to be the weaker opponent. The flip side of that is that you have an opponent in the Senate race and the gubernatorial race, both of whom say they would essentially outlaw abortion entirely, and both of whom deny the legitimacy of the last election. So you're elevating these people that Democrats are saying are real threats to democracy because it makes them potentially easier to beat. That is a dangerous game.
And some big-time incumbents from both parties, right, could lose their primaries tonight. Who are you watching?
Yeah, Kira, primaries will determine who goes home. And there's at least two incumbents who are going to lose their seats in Congress because of redistricting. First, you've got a Republican on Republican primary in the redder parts of the middle part of Illinois. You've got Mary Miller and Rodney Davis. Mary Miller's the candidate just endorsed by Trump, who appeared to misspeak over the weekend in thanking President Trump for what she called, quote, white life. She walked that back, but that has become a major issue in that campaign. And here in the Chicago suburbs, you have a smaller district where Marie Newman and Sean Casten, again, because of redistricting, are pitted against each other. What's interesting there, Marie Newman essentially won her seat against a different Democratic incumbent in the last cycle who considered himself to be pro-life. So abortion rights played big into her win. Does she survive against a well-funded and rather entrenched incumbent today? All right.
Rick, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And ABC News Live will have complete election coverage tonight, right here, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. We hope you will tune in.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.